What is the real objective of the use of scenarios? It's not to predict the future because we're admitting scenarios by definition are not, quote, predictable. They're things you don't influence and that are highly uncertain. So, what is the objective of scenarios? I argue it is three main objectives. It's to destabilize an organization's belief in a known future. And in some ways, that means you don't even have to come up with the right scenarios. You just have to say, the fact is, we don't know what the world's going to look like exactly. And are we thinking about that? Are we considering it? Are we considering where you're going around the question of robustness to different futures? Maybe you don't even have to know exactly what they are to improve your thinking on whether or not there should be some hedges, on whether or not there should be some optionality. A second value of scenarios is to influence some preparation of possible contingencies. And that's where you were going a few minutes ago. Should we build in, indicator systems about whether the future is coming out the way we thought it would? And do we have some contingencies to manage that? Like in our case with the interest rates, so that the woman who created this great ETF for high interest rates, for a 5-year payback, after a year and a half, the writing's on the wall. Interest rates are looking like they might come down. The Fed is pushing hard. And, I don't know, people aren't buying houses. Mortgage rates are coming down. Name it, whatever dynamic it is that would drive interest rates down. Could that woman have had, a plan, a contingency to switch to another strategy to manage that, change the nature of the ETF, or even go get another job before it's too late? I don't know. But that early warning system and thought about contingency can be enhanced by thinking about scenarios. And this does not mean having to have a detailed plan of everything you're going to do to cover a case that shows up unexpectedly. No, it's just an encouragement to think about how you might change your strategy because of a change of environment. The third one, and it's kind of embedded in the others, is to influence strategy alternative design to reflect the possibility of different futures. Even if you know that there's not a known future, you want to influence your strategy design technically, which is another value of scenarios. But none of these values, none of these objectives around scenarios are to predict the future.
They're just to make your organization in the strongest position for whatever might come based upon what you believe to be true.
If you're willing to pay and judging whether it pays to do that.